Hi, I'm Cedric of artthings.com. We are reviewing today the Vizio E-Series LED TV. This is an entry-level smart TV. The picture quality is surprisingly good considering its low price. In this video, we'll compare it to the Sony W800B, the Samsung H6350, and the LG EB5900. The design of the Vizio is nothing special. It has a flat stand at the center. The TV is thick because it has a full array LED backlight. The inputs are somewhat limited, 3 HDMI and 1 USB, but it should be enough for everyone. The picture quality is great in a dark room. The black level is in the same ballpark as pricier models like the Samsung H6350 or the Sony W800B. They all perform a lot better than the LG EB5900. The reflections are also good. All TVs in this comparison has about the same semi-gloss finish, which is more than good enough for a few lights on. The maximum light output of this TV is not a problem, so you don't need to worry in a bright room. As with all TVs, just make sure you disable the eco settings to be able to control exactly the luminosity of the screen. Fast-moving objects have limited amount of blur, which is good. The length of the trails are about the same on all these TVs, except for the LG EB5900, which has an inverse ghosting. The H6350 has a slightly better backlight flickering, so the picture is more distant. But they all have relatively the same amount of blur. The input lag is just below 30 milliseconds, which is really good. Only the Sony is better than this, but the difference is very minimal, so you won't notice it in video games. As with all TVs with a great contrast ratio, the colors change when you are at an angle. This is not a deal breaker, but if you are always watching at an angle, you might prefer the LG EB5900. The black uniformity is not that great, but it could be worse. The pricier Samsung and Sony TVs are better at this test. The gray uniformity is the biggest issue with the Vizio E-Series. You can see every single LED behind the panel when you have a solid color displayed. You can see here a 14:8 grid. It is not visible when normally watching TV, but it is on panning shots like when watching sports. This is the main reason to pay more for the Samsung H6350 or the Sony W800B. Most people won't consider this issue a deal breaker, but it is a flaw. The app selection is more limited than other platforms. The main apps are here, but there is no web browser. We will do a full review of the smart features in a separate video. This TV has a full array local dimming feature, but it's not very good, so we don't recommend using that feature. We will go into more details as to why it's not very effective in our video of the M series. But overall, this is the best budget TV. The picture quality doesn't match higher-end models, mostly in terms of uniformity, but it costs half the price. So it has the best price to quality ratio of all TVs. If you are considering this TV, go for it. You won't find a better deal than the Vizio E-Series in this price range. The link to our full review is in the description of this video, where you can find our complete test suite, compare this TV to others, and even see the price history of popular stores.